This is Lewis Brackpool for Rebel News, and today I'm in Dover in the south of England, where P&O Cruises have been making the headlines recently, where they've unfairly sacked 800 of their staff via Zoom.
Business has been struggling financially for the last few years and has lost around £100 million each year for the last 2 years. Whilst these losses have been covered by P&O Ferries' parent company, DP World, it's clearly not sustainable in the future. The business cannot continue to operate like this, so it has had to consider a range of different options in order to drastically reduce costs. These circumstances have resulted in a very difficult but necessary decision to restructure P&O Ferries' workforce and operations in order to protect the future of the business. This was only taken after seriously considering all of the available options. The company has made the decision that its vessels, going forward, will be primarily crewed by a third-party crew provider. Therefore, I am sorry to inform you that this means your employment is terminated with immediate effect on the grounds of redundancy. Your final day of employment is today.
So you've just seen the video call where the staff were unfairly dismissed, and as you can see behind me, P&O are not going anywhere. There's been protests all around the country about this issue, where P&O obviously unfairly dismissing 800 staff to replace them with cheap foreign labour. So the reason P&O have decided to dismiss all of their workers is to make their company more viable. Now, you may remember P&O taking advantage of the furlough scheme during the height of the pandemic. Well, straight after that, they've dismissed their staff, and some are even being replaced by Indian seafarers at £1.81 an hour. Hugh Merriman, the Transport Select Committee Chair, said that the government must do everything it can, including tabling emergency legislation if needed, to ensure that this appalling employment transaction cannot be completed. And the Dover MP Natalie Elphike has urged the Minister to discuss what more could be done to hold DP World and P&O Ferries to account for their disgraceful behaviour. As someone who's been on the receiving end where a big company have decided to sack and then rehire new staff and existing staff on cheaper contracts, I can only sympathise with P&O workers who are going through this tough time, some of them of which have been working for the company for over 20 years. So as you know, Britain is going through a cost of living crisis. So for P&O to take taxpayers' money and then months later sack their British workers and replace them with cheap foreign labour shows why a lot of people are sceptical of global Britain. This has been Lewis Brackpool reporting in Dover for Rebel News. If you enjoy my boots on the ground, honest journalism and want to help expand the UK correspondence for Rebel News, you can head on over to ukreporters.co.uk and give what you can.